If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 58 of the Liverpool Career Mode here on FIFA 15. Today we start with an away game against Southampton, travelling down to the south coast to take on the south coast side at St Mary's. They currently sit 12th in the table. We sit top with a game in hand, a point clear. So obviously victory here would go a long way to helping Al Barkley's Premier League title campaign. They're starting a very strong side with Jay Rodriguez, Rowe and Dusan Tadic in the midfield three behind Graziano Pella, with Jack Cork and Victor Wanyama set in the holding roles. Obviously Wanyama is an absolute man mountain in real life and on FIFA and is rock solid in that CDM role. So we're going to have our work cut out with our small front line of Hesse, Raheem Sterling, Felipe Coutinho and Eduardo Vargas, trying to kind of avoid getting bullied out of the game by their, their strong physical defenders and midfielders, etc. But we have faith in our possession-based style of play. Although they're going to show a little bit of possession-based style of play here with Jay Rodriguez, not Jesse Rodriguez, cutting inside here, then playing it across to Jack Cork. Sees the supportive run of Dusan Tadic, and to be honest, whilst I was editing this back, my defending actually gave me AIDS. I couldn't cope with how bad my defending was for that goal. I was really disappointed with myself. I mean, my defending isn't the best at the best of times, but that was actually terrible. But Eduardo Vargas is clean through 24 minutes in, and it doesn't matter how small or weak you are. If you're too fast for them to be able to pull and tug at your shirt, it doesn't matter, and that is exactly what Vargas does there. Races away. He's been absolutely electric for us this season. Really pleased that we made the decision to bring him in and move on Mario Balotelli, because he's been just as good and cost a third of the price and gave us the money we needed to bring in the players like Socrates and Gundogan to help us improve defensively. But they came close to going 2-1 up there. As you can see, the shot cannoning back off the crossbar. And we're still not quite into the second half, trying to get ourselves in front if we could. Another great ball by Jordan Henderson into Eduardo Vargas. Similar position to how he scored his first, but this time Fraser Forster shoves out a big right claw, and we aren't able to get ourselves in front. Obviously, big goalkeeper Fraser Forster at 6'7", and we were finding it difficult to get it past him into those corners like we had with the first chance. But we're into the second half, and Coutinho's splaying it out wide to Hesse. Good turn here from Eduardo Vargas, actually really impressed with that. And before he got the chance to get it onto his left, there were three defenders right there waiting to tackle him. So he just decided to rifle it with the outside of his right. Turns out, great decision, because that put us 2-1 in front. Southampton, though, were going to continue to try and get themselves back in the game if they possibly could. Ryan Bertrand here going down the left-hand side. Decides to come back inside to Victor Wanyama. The most rangy of long passes. Not something you would expect from Victor Wanyama. It's not really his sort of game to play those big rangy long passes, but it was pinpoint accurate, and Jack Cork was unlucky that his header wasn't on target. It just kind of bent around the post. So the question was, could we make it 3-1 in the final minute to seal it? No, we couldn't. Raheem Sterling turns inside brilliantly. To be fair, I probably had the space to take it on an extra step or two, but regardless, we got the victory 2-1, and unfortunately that was the final clip and the final whistle went, and just on autopilot I skipped the end of game cutscenes, but regardless, we did get the 2-1 win, and we head into the Europa League quarter-finals, away from home in the first leg, which actually suits me, I think, against Monaco. Obviously, we know what Monaco are all about, considering the way that they annihilated Arsenal at the Emirates recently in real life, so we know what to expect, and obviously with Falcao up top, their front line is slightly more potent than it is with, what's his face? Berbatov, there we go. My brain absolutely just emptied itself of all information. But Falcao's up top for them. Obviously, we know that they're a good side. But being away from home first, I was hoping we could perhaps get on the score sheet at least once, just to make sure we got an away goal. If we could win 1-0, then that would be even better. But starting a more recognised first team in this one, apart from obviously Schneiderlin and Emre Can in the middle, as opposed to Gundogan and Jordan Henderson. But it was actually they that were going to get the first chance. Sissoko, apologies, is the man to pick the ball up after Heung-min Son's rather poor attempted headed clearance, and unfortunately Falcao's finishing boots weren't necessarily on his feet at this early stage. 15 minutes in, he strikes the side netting and we stay at 0-0. But we were going to try and work the ball about quite nicely. Schneiderlin and Emre Can involved. Nice turn, a lot of space in front of him. I go for the shot, but Subasic makes a good save. Down low to his left-hand side. Nice athletic diving save. Perhaps the camera save might have been a little bit closer to him than that, and might have been able to more comfortably save it, but regardless, save it he did, and save this he did as well. well. Good shot from Daniel Sturridge. Well pulled back to him by Heung-min Son, but a decent save by the goalkeeper to get it away. So we still stay goalless as we head into the second period. Alexandro playing at left back today in place of Alberto Moreno, and Emre Can with a gorgeous through ball to Daniel Sturridge. Obviously going to turn onto his left, but 99 times out of 100 that ends up in the back of the net. This time around though, a really poor, disappointing finish from Daniel, and left a little bit wanting. Goalkeeper again with a more comfortable save than you might have expected him to need to make in that situation. Great turn by Isco, even better feet to get around the two defenders, but again a disappointing finish. And I was thinking to myself, is it just not going to be my day? Are we going to not be able to get the away goal that I really desperately want? But Stones gets it into feet here, turns away, he's on his right foot this time, and it works. Slots it underneath him with his right foot, underneath the goalkeeper into the bottom right hand corner. Tidy little finish, and that celebration again really annoys me every single time he does it because it's not the real life one, but still, I'll try not to get too annoyed. Here's Jeremy Toulon at the edge of the box. Sissako again on the edge of the box finds a Campus, and he's going to stand the ball up. Takes a couple of deflections, not really too sure what Emre Can and Socrates were doing there. Good save initially by Ruffier there. Emre Can then gets caught on it, and Carrasco rifles that into the bottom corner to make it 1-1 with less than 10 minutes to go. Actually, it was a very good finish. I still don't know what Emre Can was doing, but he smashes it, and it just bends in off the post. That made it 1-1, and that was how the game was going to end. So we do get the away goal we were after, but not the clean sheet. But still, 1-1 draw away from home in the first leg of a European doubleheader isn't that bad, and I am confident that we can do the business back at Anfield like we're going to try and do here against Manchester City, obviously one of our title rivals this year, and you'll be able to see from the league table that pops up. They currently sit 4th, and they're 6 points behind us, and we have a game in hand. We actually have 2 games in hand now on Man United, who sit in 2nd, so it's between us, the 2 Manchester sides, and Tottenham really for the league title right now. And if we could state our intent at home here against Manchester City and beat them as they did in real life the other day for their fans there, then fingers crossed that the clock will continue to be singing all the way to the end of the season and we can win the Barclays Premier League title. But there's a slight little bit of nerves when you see that they have Edinson Cavani up top with Yaya Toure sat right behind him. Then the pace of Jesus Navas out wide with Nasri's creativity on the left as well. Kind of didn't put me in too confident spirits, but we'll try our best. Obviously, City a very good side, but the tackle there was definitely not that good. And again, Vargas played through. They're playing Rekic at the back. You just can't cope with Eduardo Vargas' pace. He's too fast. He's too clinical a finisher, and that's 1-0 Liverpool inside 10 minutes. This was a game that was really, really hard fought in the midfield, and there weren't that many goal-scoring opportunities, let alone goals. But, as you can see here, we're now in the second half on the hour mark. Fernandinho is going to play the ball into Edinson Cavani, and he's just as clinical as Eduardo Vargas is at the other end as well, and he's going to celebrate right in front of the Kop, as if just to even more rub it in the fact that they just got themselves back level. They're on the attack again here, but Alberto Moreno gets the tackle in. Nice turn by Sterling, good strength as well to hold off Fernando, obviously not the strongest. Again, we're going to try to utilise Vargas' pace, but the pass is terrible. But then Khedira and Sanya are going to try a play a 1-2, but Sterling intercepts it. This time the pass is much better. Vargas' first touch is brilliant, does have enough space to get it back on his right, and that makes it 2-1 with less than 10 minutes to go. Almost exactly the same time on the clock as when Monaco scored their equaliser in the game before. And we're actually going to go up the other end, and Sterling is going to be involved again. This time using Stevie G, who came on as a substitute halfway through the second half. Jordan Henderson finds Eduardo Vargas, turns inside with a nice Ronaldo chop, and that is an Eduardo Vargas hat-trick. 3-1 the final score is going to be here at Anfield against Manchester City. There's no better way to state your intent of wanting to win the Barclays Premier League than winning convincingly at home against one of your biggest title rivals. You'll see from the league table now, we are 5 points clear of Manchester United with a game in hand, and we are a full 9 points clear of Spurs, even though they also have only played 30 games. So we're very, very strong favourites now for the Barclays Premier League title. We just need to keep going. Hope that the fixture congestion, which is definitely going to be an issue in the next 3 or 4 in-game weeks, etc., doesn't cause us too many hardships, and we'll be able to continue to be very, very good in the BPL, get through in the Europa League quarters, and there's an FA Cup. It's either a quarter or a semi. I think it may be the semi-final, and I think we've got Tottenham as well, so it's going to be a really interesting game. That's coming up around the corner as well, so keep your eyes out for that. But that'll be today's will bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. Subscribe if you haven't already. There will be my player episode later on tonight, so definitely check your sub boxes for that around 8 o'clock. And I will be streaming tonight. Unfortunately, I wasn't yesterday as I just had too much recording to do, but I will definitely be streaming Football Manager tonight over on twitch.tv/Chesnoid Gaming. So check the links in the description to my Twitch and to my Twitter and follow me on both of those. But for now, I'll see you next time.